Hey, so today we're going to be talking about what are the best supplements to help with your focus and attention. And let's go ahead and get started that right after this intro. How you doing, my optimal mind? Today we're going to be talking about the importance of what are the best supplements to implement as far as when it comes to focus and attention. But before I get started, I have a free download guide that you can download in the description below if you have issues with focus and attention. Basically goes over the labs that you should be implementing if you do have focus and attention issues, also what supplements to implement, as well as what foods to implement, also avoid when it comes to any focus or attention issues when you're struggling in that area. So going over the best types of supplements that I have found that have helped with when it comes to focus and attention. These are things that I have used. I grew up with ADHD, dyslexia, still have issues with attention and focus, but I've definitely found these types of supplements that have helped me, but also have helped a lot of my clients and patients when they have focus and attention issues, especially when they have finding it taxing with when they go to work, or if they are running their own business as an entrepreneur and they are trying to be more productive and have more productivity in their business. They're trying to seek for things that can help with their focus and attention. So this is not an exhaustive list. These are things that I have found that are beneficial and things that you should be looking for. So the very first supplements is the phosphatidylserine and phosphatidylcholine. Those two types of supplements have been shown to actually really help with memory, focus. In fact, they use them a lot for people who tend to suffer with Alzheimer's. They help improve the brain and also the development in areas that could be suffering. But also, more importantly, it does help with the things such as dopamine. So dopamine is when we see it low, tends to be an issue with people who have attention and focus issues. So when phosphatidylserine can help with that, but also phosphatidylcholine can even help with other things when it comes to memory capacity. The second set of supplements are the ones, these are different herbs that can help actually increase blood flow to the brain so you have more clarity and more focus and attention. One is Ginseng Biloba, and that's a Chinese herb that does show improvements of increasing blood flow to the brain. It could even help with migraines in some research studies that have shown, but I've used this a lot in college and really love this type of herb that anytime I would actually use it, I found that I was able to pay attention more in class and have better focus when I used it. And even at work, I tend to be more on set of things and be able to not get distracted as much because I'm using that type of herb. The other thing that I really like is rosemary. Rosemary, especially if you use it as an essential oil or something in a diffuser that you can have around your office. They've shown studies that this helps us to have more of a keen mind because it's improving, also increasing blood circulation to the brain, and it does help you retain more information and be able to retain what you're trying to learn, but also helps with also staying focused with what you're trying to accomplish. The third set of types of supplements that you should look at is first finding out, okay, why do I have a focus problem? So if you do test your neurotransmitters and you tend to have low dopamine levels, usually what that indicates is there's deficiencies in certain types of nutrients. And when we look at low dopamine levels, there are precursors, or there's definitely cofactors that help build those types of neurotransmitters such as dopamine. So specifically dopamine, to help improve upon dopamine, I've talked about this in one of my other videos of how to help with low dopamine levels. Things that you can implement is N-acetyl-L-tyrosine, as well as rhodiola, which is a type of herb, and LTheanine can help improve dopamine. But then we gotta look at cofactors that help the process from taking from L-dopa to dopamine. And sometimes there's a conversion problem going on there and why you might have low dopamine levels, which then contribute to you having a trouble time with focusing, paying attention, or even depressed, and in some cases, sometimes with anxiety. And these cofactors that are really important types of nutrients that could be low, and that might be the reason why you're not converting L-dopa into dopamine, has to do with maybe having low vitamin D levels, vitamin C levels, or even vitamin B4 and B3. Of those are important cofactors for dopamine. And if you find that, even zinc is another one, and iron is another one. These are all cofactors that are very important with the conversion of L-dopa to dopamine. And if there is imbalances going on there, if you have those particular nutritional deficiencies, then there's a possibility of a conversion factor going on from L-dopa to dopamine. And if you have low dopamine levels, like I said before, you're going to have attention and also focus issues. You might not be someone that has per se ADHD or ADD or whatever, but you can have a focus problem and that deficiency, and that might be the contributing factor. So, but before you ever try anything, you always do need to check with your doctor first. You should be testing these levels yourself before you really implement any kind of new treatment plan. But if you are looking for further guidance for helping with your focus and attention, I have a free download guide in the description below that you can download if you are looking for more further guidance on that. So until next time, this is Dr. Legrand signing out. And remember, you have an optimal mind. Thanks. Bye.